I'm Randal Despommier.
I'm Jason Yeager.
And this is All At Onceness.
Randy and I were both students at New England Conservatory in Boston. Randy in classical composition and I in jazz performance. But we didn't meet until 2013 here in New York City, playing a duo gig at a bar in the West Village, just playing some jazz standards, and we hit it off musically, had a great musical synergy, and decided to collaborate further, improvising on our favorite classical and contemporary compositions.
We began experimenting with all the many styles we had played and studied, and we said, let's put something together. Let's take all of these ingredients, these styles, these colors and moods, and put them together in a kind of a musical mosaic.
So many yellow flowers have opened.
We began collaborating with a good friend and incredible vocalist, Aubrey Johnson, who lent her talents to some of Randy's compositions as well as his arrangements. And the three of us augmented the band further for the recording session to feature Jay Sawyer on drums and Danny Weller on bass. And the five of us recorded this album earlier this year. The record is really a centuries and genre-spanning amalgam. We've got everything from an Icelandic text from the Middle Ages to 20th century classical music by Olivier Messiaen and Milhaud, as well as a jazz standard, Cherokee, combined with Rite of Spring, which is Randy's concoction. And I think that's an emblematic example of this sort of all-at-onceness. We recorded the album in 2 days, one of which was at Tom Tedesco's studio in New Jersey, the other of which was recorded by Mike Perez Cisneros at Big Orange Sheep in Brooklyn, New York. And we're now here mixing and mastering with the great Dave Darlington here at Bass Hit Studios.
Well, I'm Dave Darlington. This is my studio here, Bass Hit Recording in New York, and it's been my pleasure to have a chance to mix All At Onceness with Randal and Jason. It's well documented that the 20th century classical composers borrowed heavily from the jazz that they were hearing around them, Stravinsky, Copland, Gershwin. So these guys have kind of turned the tables now, and they're borrowing a couple of motifs here and there from some of their favorite classicists, and then taking off and improvising. So it becomes a kind of a chamber ensemble, chamber music experience. So we're trying to frame the mix in that light. We're trying to put it in a concert space where you feel like you're an audience at some really great chamber music concert with a lot of, these guys are both composers and very good improvisers. So they think in both those disciplines at the same time. And so the music takes you on a journey, and every once in a while you hear a familiar phrase from some classical literature or from the American songbook literature, and then you go, hey, I think I know that, but these guys are taking it to another level. So it's really been fun to mix it, and fun for me to put it in that kind of a space where we're at the show, and the lights come down and off we go.